All right, big spot here for the former undisputed UFC middleweight champion, Israel Adesanya, and he's not too emotionally attached to a lot of these results. I expect a big effort out of him here tonight.
You know, John, I love that you teed it up that way, because I was just thinking that for a guy that seemed to be on a rocket ship to the moon, becoming a middleweight champion, he handles adversity as well as anyone I've ever seen. When he lost to Jan Blachowicz, when he tried to become double champion, still even keel. When he lost his championship, even keel. I believe that ability will allow for him to work his way back to a championship opportunity, where I expect him to be very competitive and possibly earn himself the belt back.
And skill for skill, there are a lot of people that still believe he's the best middleweight in the world. A lot of the elite 185-pounders believe that Izzy, and not necessarily Pereira, represent the toughest matchup for them. We'll see how Adesanya fares in this critical matchup here tonight. All right, here's the Armenian Arman Tsarukyan, a lightweight that many believe will one day be wearing UFC gold around his waist. The winning streak is in tow, and the strength of schedule has just been fantastic, really dating to the Islam Makhachev fight back in 2019. At times, perhaps Tsarukyan has been a victim of expectation, but largely he has lived up to what was some appreciable hype when he signed with the UFC back in 2019. He has inched his way towards contention. He's a guy that some have called the boogeyman of lightweight division, a guy that a lot of people don't want to fight. Eventually, you gotta fight him. We'll see if he can rise to the occasion here tonight. All right, with that, both fighters have now graced the octagon. They will lock the door behind them, ready to go with a crazy fight here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. All right, now let's get you our tail of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. All right, now for the introductions, we go to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya. And now here's the champion, fighting out of the red corner. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC welterweight champion of the world, Arman Tsarukyan.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready.
All right, so here we go from T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada, and wherever we are in the world, most fighters on this roster, to a man, to a woman, they want the chance at some point to make this walk here in Vegas.
You absolutely want to fight in Las Vegas. Before it was the MGM Grand, it was the Mandalay Bay. Now it is the T-Mobile Arena, the most beautiful arena in the world, and the home to the biggest UFC fights right now. From International Fight Week to championship fights all across the board, you come to T-Mobile.
Oh, really making good use of his reach advantage as he lands the straight punch. Beautifully timed and placed front kick there by the kickboxer, and that's going to allow him, I would think, to really maintain this range against the overall more well-rounded fight.
I mean, yeah, he's in there with a guy that would seem to have more ways to win the fight, but if he stays at range here, kicking range, he's the best at that. So he needs to continue on this path, continue to throw those kicks straight at him and dart at him, poke at him, to keep him at space so that he can fight his fight.
Nicely done. We cross the midpoint in round one. Well, it didn't take him long to get a good read on his opponent. Another good series of kicks there.
He thought the kicks would be the key tonight, and they sure have been.
Oh, perfect head kick there. Tsarukyan's kick is blocked. Oh, well, you can...
He landed it perfectly. Perfect placement, perfect position. What a huge blow in a big moment in this fight.
So once again, making good use of the size.
Oh, he hurt him again. There it is again. Look at it.
Oh, big diving punch to the head. And now he's got the back.
Now he's going full mount.
Adesanya getting worked here from the top. You don't want to take too many more of these ground and pound strikes. Continuing to stay busy here on the ground.
In the half guard.
45 seconds to go here in round one. And very effective with the ground and pound.
That was nice.
Well, the ground and pound has been working for him. Nice job here by Tsarukyan. 10 seconds now in round one. 5 minutes in the books. All right, so there's the horn signifying the end of what was a great round, DC. Got to talk about that knockdown.
What a fantastic round. He was able to set up a great shot, got the knockdown. You have to be feeling good as he walks back to the corner.
So the crowd voicing its appreciation after that round. We had a knockdown courtesy of a punch midway through. DC, here's your highlight.
It was straight. He threw him in combination and landed that big punch that really did hurt his opponent. Lesser men would have been done. He's got a tough guy in front of him. He will have to go back to this again. He will have to get back to this action if he wants to get the desired finish.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Round two underway. Looking to establish the jab here. Nicely done by Adesanya. Now going upstairs with the left hook.
He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks.
This fight's going to be over, DC.
What a great way of mixing up his attack. He didn't stay the course. He mixed it up. He went high when his opponent thought he was going low, and now he's got him hurt very badly.
Well, I'm no fighter, but if I run...
Both tough, both durable, both unwilling to take a step back. What a phenomenal fight. Oh, no!
Oh, reverses the position now. Outstanding work on the ground by Tsarukyan. Grounded him and pounded him. Nice job.
Keep your hands up and keep that head moving. Head movement.
Under 3 minutes here to go, round two. Standing over his opponent here and making these strikes count. Beautiful sequence there by Tsarukyan. Oh, he's got his back.
Getting the mount here. What he has to do here is just try to stay relaxed. Big explosive actions, panicky actions are what gets you submitted a lot of times.
All right, so that opened up a cut around his eye area.
He hasn't moved his head well. He was taking shots too clean, and now a cut has opened up.
Adesanya's looking to pass from full guard into half guard here, but he's denied. Pretty productive with the strikes here off his back. This pace is just absurd. He has kept it up throughout the fight. Shades of Max Holloway against Calvin Kattar. Punches in bunches.
I mean, being there, watching Max Holloway do what he did was super impressive. So to even list this performance alongside that tells you how this guy is fighting tonight.
Under a minute now to go in the round. He'll engage in a single side. Oh, huge strike lands there, and somehow his opponent's chin held up.
His opponent's chin held up, but you do not want to be on the receiving end of those types of strikes.
Well, this fight's been pretty crazy thus far. Both guys doling out a lot of damage, and neither seems too bothered by it, but clearly both parties are hurt.
Both guys are hurt. Both guys are fighting beautifully. Both are showing a lot of heart right now in this fight. They're both doing amazing jobs. Let's see who gets the job done at the end of this thing.
All right, so there's the horn mercifully, I think, for the fighters, signifying the end of the round, and what a 5 minutes it was. Both fighters got knockdowns there. We'll see who can adjust here in the next round.
Mercifully for the fighters, not so much
for the
for
fans,
us.
yeah.
No, we love it. The fans love what we're seeing in the octagon right now. Two guys willing to just lay it all out on the line, and you see them both having tremendous success in the stand-up.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. All right, so here we go, the crowd on its feet as this next round gets underway. You saw in the previous round, both fighters got rocked. I don't think the scorecards are going to be needed for this one.
No, the scorecard would not be needed. If we continue to fight as we did in the previous round, somebody will fall asleep. Beautiful job getting those hands up. Massive hook lands, and his opponent seems to be on his way out of the fight.
Oh, and he lands another knee there, DC. It doesn't always pay to be the taller fighter. In this instance, it most certainly did. Oh, Superman punch is good. Well, he was setting up the hooks early and often tonight. Watch for him to try to set it up again here. Again, he's looking for that left. It's not there. Oh, misses with the hook.
Oh, my goodness!
He's having his way with him here. We march on, 3 minutes to go. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. All right, side control now. Landing strikes nicely here from top position.
Another strike gets through from the top position.
Might be a submission attempt here, champ.
I mean, you cannot sit in a full guard. When you sit in the full guard, you give these guys so many opportunities.
Print the shirts, ground and pound. Well, not ideal to spend this much time on the bottom, but you can't fault him for his activity. Landing strikes here from the bottom. Nice work by Adesanya. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Oh, shades of the Godfather with a ground and pound Mark Coleman as he lands again.
Coley somewhere smiling, watching this guy land from the top position.
Oh, what a moment there as they make their way back to the connection right there. I'm not sure his opponent knows where he is.
No, he is on beat streak right now. He's seeing Tweety Bird over the top of his head. When you take a hook like that, you are on wobbly legs. And that's that.
Oh, huge elbow! He's in a world of trouble now. Oh, he gets back up, but barely. Look how wobbly he is. Oh, what a way to end the round. Saved by the bell. He got stunned by a huge shot right before the horn, and now a little bit gingerly, he makes his way back to the stool, and he's only got 60 seconds to recover here, so we'll see if his corner, physically, mentally, can keep this fighter in the fight. All right, so let us now check out some of the action in that round, DC. There was a whole lot of it, including a stunner upstairs that nearly closed the show.
It was a lot of action. It was back and forth action, but the big moment was that big strike to the head that landed, that put him on wobbly legs, and in survival mode. Luckily, he made it to the end of that round.
You ready? You ready?
Fourth round now, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, so here we go. You can feel the... Oh! All right, full guard now, DC.
The fighter on top needs to be trying to gain posture to throw ground and pound and then move to the next position. But if you're on the bottom, you've got to build a shield. Try to push your opponent off to try to get back to your feet.
Well, a lot of debilitating leg kicks tonight. Oh, smells blood in the water. Got to start looking for the finish here. That's it.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, man, crowd loving it. Just a gorgeous shot there to end the fight. Really just the way he drew it up. He found the opening and capitalized on it to the utmost extent. Nicely done to finish the fight. We go right inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer. He has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 2 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by knockout and new undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya.
All right, so as they say, another highlight for the appreciable reel of the middleweight champ is